So hi guys, welcome to this new video, and in this video I have like a small challenge for you where we will be creating or kind of replicating how a bank actually works, and we'll be doing it all in Python using object oriented Python. So the question is like we need to create a program that will replicate a bank account, and it will have two attributes, that is the owner and the balance, and it will have two methods, that is the deposit as well as the withdraw method. And as an added requirement, the withdraw should not exceed the available balance, and we will instantiate our class, make some deposits and check whether our code is working fine or not. So this should exactly work like a mini bank to us. So let's start. So firstly we'll create a class for our program. So I name the class as account. Now inside the class, first we write the special init method that will have two parameters, that is the owner and the balance, and by default we'll set the balance as 0, and we'll set the other two attributes, that is the owner and the balance. So after the constructor is written, now we need two methods here, that is first for the deposit and the other is for withdrawal. So we'll simply declare both of them, that is deposit. So for time being I just write pass here. Now in the deposit method, first we need to call the self argument so that our attributes are instantiated. So we call the self attribute and we pass in the deposit amount that we want to deposit. So we pass it as an argument, and what we do is that we set the balance as the balance plus the deposit amount. So I hope that you are aware of this plus equal to symbol where we add the balance which is already existing with the deposit amount, and we store the all the value inside the self dot balance. And on the next line we will simply print deposit amount that has been added to the balance. So we are now done with the deposit method. Now we go for the withdrawal method. So in the withdrawal method, as we wrote in the deposit method, first we call the self argument and then we write for the withdrawal amount as an argument that will be passing to the method. Now the withdrawal method will be a little different than the deposit amount because we can't withdraw money from a account where the money is lesser than the withdrawal amount. So we need to write some if else statement for that. So we write self. So now we have declared a if else statement where we only cut the withdrawal amount from the self dot balance only if it is greater than the available balance, and it prints that the withdrawal is accepted. And finally what we do is that we also declare a special method that will like give the information about our class. So you know that the special method is known as str, which actually gives us some information about the str class, which we have seen about this str in my one of my previous videos. So you can check out the object oriented Python playlist to know about it. So we will like return the f using the f string literal here. What will return is that the owner name will return and will return the balance. So I will simply write owner. So we are now actually done with our main class, that is the account class, and we have written all the methods that were essential for making this mini bank. And now what we'll do is that we create an object that is based on this account class. So I give the name of the object and it is based on the account class. So inside the account class, what we do is that we pass two parameters, that is the owner name, suppose it's my own name, and then we pass the available balance that is inside his account. So for example, the available balance I pass is like 500. So now we have instantiated the object. So next thing what we try to do is that we check whether using the object that we have declared based on our account class, are we able to grab the owner. So we write a, press tab here, so we get an owner option, so we run, so we get the name of the owner, that is my own name. Now we check for the balance, again press tab, shift enter, so we get the balance again. Now if we try to print the object, so this str method, what it actually does is that it gives us information about the owner as well as the available balance, and this is happening with this two lines of code, that is the magic method, str method, that gives us information about the available class. So now what we'll do is that we try to deposit some amount of money in our balance. We press a dot tab, and we get this special deposit method here that we have, and we pass in some amount. For example, I pass 100 rupees, and we run the line, so it shows that 100 rupees has been added to the balance. Now what we do is that we again try to check whether our balance has increased or not. So you can see that our balance is now 600 rupees, and it is 100 rupees over the original amount. So next is now we try to withdraw some amount from our bank. So what we do is that again press a dot tab, and we go for the withdrawal method here, and inside the withdrawal method we pass in like 600 rupees, since the available balance with us is about 600 rupees, and we try to run this, so it shows that withdrawal is accepted. And again if we try to check for the available balance, so it shows that it is zero balance. So now if we try to run this withdrawal method again, so it shows that sorry, you have no funds. So this is how kind of banks actually work, and this is how you can write a simple program that replicates the working of a bank in Python using object oriented programming. And I hope that you are very clear with this whole code, how we started by creating a class. Then we defined a constructor which had two attributes, that is the owner and the balance. By default the balance was set as 0. Then we defined two methods, one for deposit where we passed in the deposit amount, and we added it to the balance whenever the method was called. And then we had a withdrawal method which had some withdrawal amount as an argument, and it helped us to withdraw amount from the balance using the if else statement, only and only if the withdrawal amount is lesser than the available balance, or else it would have printed sorry, no funds available. And finally we had this special method that is str, which returns us the name of the owner, that is calling on which the object actually has been built on, and it also throws us the available balance with the owner. So if you still have any doubts regarding this video, feel free to write in the comment section. I will try to solve them. If you like my videos, please do hit the like, share and subscribe button.